Do you get tons of spam calls to your business line? This is something that can be very, very annoying. And we definitely here at SkyPoint Studios, because we're so well optimized on the web, get a ton of spam calls. So the more prominent your business is, like if you have really high Google My Business and your website ranks really high and your website is listed, your business phone number is on a bunch of different websites out on the web, you're gonna get a ton of spam phone calls. That's one of the downsides of being well optimized. So yes, you're gonna get customers who call, but in the mix of that, you're gonna get a ton of spam calls. So what can we do about this? Now you can definitely try to block all those numbers, but one word of caution for people who run a business line, definitely be careful, because I don't really recommend blocking these spam phone calls. And here's why: because a lot of the calls are spoofed, which means that they're actual legit phone numbers from people that they're using a software just to spoof and make it look like they're calling from them. And if you block that, it could be a legitimate customer in the future that you're actually blocking. So that's one of the problems. One of the other problems is that if you're using secondary phone line software such as SmartLine, Grasshopper, some of these other ones, blocking phone numbers can cause interference with those applications. So sometimes they don't receive phone calls at all because you blocked phone numbers. Not just from that one phone number, but just any phone number that calls in can have issues due to the blocking system on your phone. So I don't really recommend blocking phone numbers. I know that's the first thing you probably want to do, and some of you maybe have tons of phone numbers blocked already, and that may be the way you deal with it. But one of the things I do recommend is going to donotcall.gov. It's a government website where you can register your phone number, and they will put you on a no-call list. It actually puts you into the registry where it becomes, there's fines for people who call you and harass you using the robocalls and things like that. So there's a good chance that that will cut down on the amount of calls that you get. It won't totally eliminate it, but it can help reduce the amount that you get. And I know they're annoying, but one of the reasons why I want to make this video is because I want to cover those different things that you can do, or explain why it happens so much. But I also wanted to explain that, on your cell phone, if you run it for your business, it's going to say, it may say spam call. And I just want to encourage you to answer all those. Now, I know it seems like very draining, and it seems like you don't really want to do it, but the problem is that sometimes real legitimate customers get flagged as spam accidentally. It's like a false flag. So if you answer it and it's just a robocall, go ahead and hang up or whatever, or it's a telemarketer or whatever, you can deal with it, hang up, whatever you want to do. But sometimes, every once in a while, it could be rare, it could be 5% or less of the time, but it couldn't be an actual customer. So I do recommend answering them all, even though it's exhausting, a lot of work. So those are some of the different tips that I recommend. If you're using a third-party app such as SmartLine or Grasshopper, don't block the numbers. Don't block them because it might be a customer in the future. It's getting their number spoofed. And then definitely go to donotcall.gov and register there. Put your phone number in. If you have multiple phone numbers for your business, put them all in there. With an email, it's going to email you, let you know if you're already signed up or not, and it's going to add you to the list. And definitely try to answer as many of the spam calls, or they're labeled as spam. Try to answer those as well. Just try to answer every single call that comes into your business, because you never know which one of those could actually be a customer. I always think that's the best practice. And yes, this is all more work. It's more annoying. It's more frustrating to have to deal with this. But at the end of the day, we don't want to. The whole goal is to not drop a single customer. And yes, we're going to deal with all the spam and the issues with that and the stress that has to come with that. But at the end of the day, we want to serve our customers. We want to not have a single customer drop or fall through the cracks, ideally, and that will make our business more successful. So this is Joe Phil with SkyPoint Studios. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, or you want to chat a little bit about spam calls and what you do with it, I'd love to hear more solutions, because I only had a few in this video. There's probably more out there, and I'd love to hear what you do for spam phone calls, and maybe I can incorporate that. Other people could incorporate it if it's working for you. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you on the next video.